How you doing, YouTube? Matt with Massive Beer Reviews back with all the mystery beers. Got to keep those mystery beers going, and we are going. We're starting off big. A big bomber here, Cork and Cage. It's going to be a little tricky getting this one off because I don't want to see what's underneath it, so we'll try to, I don't know, do something with this. But yeah, a little bit of mystery beers. Those who don't know, the uninitiated mystery beers are beers I don't know what I'm drinking. A lot of people do them, but a lot of people do them in, like, they have beers at their house and they have their friends or wives or whatever set up beers and they don't know what they are. But then you have a really good chance of guessing because you're like, well, I had 20 beers in my fridge and this one kind of tastes like that one, so it's probably this one. I have no idea what's in here. No clue. This one was set up yet again by the wonderful Chris. He's kickstarted the mystery beers. Didn't do them for a while. Kickstarted them again not too long ago with a big box of mystery beers. And we were actually, I was at his house for the Super Bowl and he dropped a big box on me again. So thank you very much, dude. I love doing these. And people dig them, so I like doing them. So here we go. Nothing to read. White. So take this off. I'm going to have to pull this off to the side. I'm going to try not to look. I have to kind of unwrap this a little bit. Let's do this. I don't know what's on it. I don't know what's here. I'm not going to look. I got to look so I could unwrap it or get it underneath me. So, okay. I know this is kind of weird, right? Okay, that Cage. I like this. It's like I'm doing a bra when you're a kid. Okay. Hopefully this doesn't gush. Okay. Drop the cork on the ground. There you go, magic. So I have no idea what's going on here. Let's give her a pour. Cork and Cage, you're going to assume it's some kind of Belgian beer. Honestly, I mean, big 750 like this. Cork and Cage. I'm assuming Belgian. But we'll see. Anyway, pinky finger. You know, half pinky finger. Rockiness dissipating pretty quickly. Soft haze to her. Very in the kind of Belgian triple, maybe some kind of golden sour kind of realm. That's what we have going on here right now. So Belgian strong golden ale, triple sour. Could be any of those. Let's see what she smells like. What is this? This is like a barley wine or something. This might be a really old aged beer. This might have a bunch of time on it. I'm getting kind of like barley wine vibes, and by that I mean, or old ale vibes. And I don't necessarily think I'm getting old ale. I think I'm getting oldness. I think I'm getting musty books. I think I'm getting a little bit of old dude. You know what I mean? Just kind of weatheredness, old leather, that kind of thing going on in there. There's a sweetness to it. There's a little bit of datiness to it. There's a little bit of kind of like a non-super sour kind of green apple to it too. But it smells like it has an age on it. It smells like it's been around for a bit. Let's put it that way. I kind of like it. But if you were to kind of be like, no, I wanted you to tell me what this is right now. It's either a really old Belgian triple or it is a really old kind of old ale kind of vibe. Now, I don't really know many old ales that come in big 750s like that, so I'm going to lean more in the Belgian sense of thing. It could be a really old kind of high ABV Saison, something with some yeast character, something with the malt character. I don't think there was hoppy at one sense or at one time because it would have got like a ghost of hops passing going on. But yeah, she's sweet, apple skinny, a little bit of sweet datiness, a little bit of sweet sugariness, but kind of in an aged way. Let's dive in. Cheers. Yeah. This has to be super fucking old. If this isn't super old, I don't know what is. I am getting just soft, butterscotchy, in a good way, in an aged kind of way, not in a negative off flavor kind of way. Butterscotchy, kind of caramel vibes. That little bit of kind of green apple, just tart green apple, just a touch of it. It's not sour, but it's there. Yeah, there's a heat to it though. It's super rounded, super soft, but you get this pop of heat on the back. Yeah. I dig it. I like it. But I like it because I think I like beers like this. So I'm thinking this is, man, I don't know. It's like almost like a really old barley wine. Could be American. Could be like an old horizontal or something like that from like Victory, or it could be like, and that's a more hoppy kind of beer, but it could be just some kind of edition of somebody's kind of English barley wine, old ale, or I really want to lean Belgian on this. I don't know why. I don't know. It's interesting. It's old as fuck though. That's all I know. If this isn't 10 years old minimum, I'll be surprised. Yeah. There's alcohol to it. It's got to be up there. Close to 10%, if not more. And there's just that soft kind of Werther's Original butterscotch caramel thing going on. Bit thin, bit oxidized, but not in a bad way. Not really bad. There's not a ton of oxidation in there. It's lost some carbonation. That's your cork there. It's not corked or anything like that. It's just tasty old beer is what this is. So here we go. Let's give it a whirl. See what she's got. I don't know what else. I couldn't guess it because I want to say it's like, before I unwrap it, I don't know. That's why I'm leaning almost like a Belgian Golden, only because of the shape of the bottle. That's your preconceived notion going on there. It could be like a Lucifer or something like that, because I don't think an American brewery is going to put something like this in one of these bottles. So, yeah. It could be like some weird Belgian brewery. Okay, Adelberts. Okay, I've had this brewery before. It's a gin barrel aged Belgian saison. Okay, see, and it's not that fucking old, is it? No, it's not. It's not even a year old. Okay, I've had Adelbert stuff before, and I dug it. They actually sent me a bunch of beers, so I'm super surprised if this isn't old. I mean, you have the gin barrel going on. Sure. I mean, if I'm reaching for it, maybe get like a little bit of juniper or something like that. I don't know. I think I'm just more reaching for it now. I am getting that. I'm getting a little spruciness maybe or something like that. Maybe that's just me wanting to do it. But I get the saison. I mean, that was kind of in line. I didn't say saison, but Belgian Golden Ale, something like that. ABV, it's 9.1, so it's not a traditional saison. It's more of Belgian strong golden than anything else. They're just using saison yeast. That barrel aging made this taste super old. I stand by my assessment though. I stand by this taste old as opposed to it not being old. It comes off old. How long did they barrel age this for? I've had the base philosopher of this, Contemplating Waterloo. I've had. I was looking for. Nah. Anyway. Yeah, it's fun. It's interesting. I like it. I enjoy it. I get it. I just feel like it was aged and then probably not properly recarbonated. And I think they probably got a little bit too much kind of empty space or oxygen or anything like that going into the beer while it was aging. That gave it that kind of slightly oxidated kind of old thing going on. So, but it's cool. I dig beers like this. But this is, to me, this is like a kind of lower ABV kind of barley wine, kind of Belgian triple that's been aged for 10 years. I like that stuff. I don't think a lot of people dig that stuff because it's not a saison. I mean, you're getting those rich caramels. You're not getting a ton of spiciness, a ton of pepperiness out of it. You're not getting a ton of hops out of it. You get a little bit of bitterness. That's where I was kind of like, it could be an old horizontal. I would think that bitterness is coming from like the gin, maybe like the spruce or something like that. Definitely getting a little punch of heat. But yeah, that was a fun one. That was a fun one. Weirdly enough, I don't think I was too far off. I was absolutely blown away that it was fresh. But knowing that it's barrel aged now in gin, which, you know, whatever. Gin barrels are, to me, kind of a weird kind of bunch. It makes sense to me why I tasted the things I tasted, so I'm not upset about what I thought about this beer. Yeah, it definitely comes off more as an aged beer as opposed to a barrel-aged beer. Throw a different spirit there, I think you're talking about a different story, because gin is definitely, I mean, not a lot of people barrel-aged gin, but it'll come off markedly different. So, yeah, that was a fun one. I enjoyed it. Let's talk about it. It's one of the better barrel-aged Saisons I've had as of late. One of the best. No, one of the more interesting, yeah. Like I said, it just kind of turned me on as far as what it was doing, so I dig it in that sense. Value and availability, no idea. Maybe Chris can chime in on that and leave you with, if you like what, will you like this? If you like kind of old beers, if you like those, like me, like just beers that are past their prime and they have this kind of coolness about them, because that's what I got here. I've had my fair share, way more than my fair share of super aged beers, and that's how this came off for me. So if you like that kind of soft, washed caramel kind of vibe you get with a lot of those aged beers, then you definitely dig this one, because it has that in spades, and it comes off cool if that's what you dig. If you're looking for a big barrel-aged beer with a lot of robust flavor and proper carbonation, you're just not going to get it here. You know what I mean? And that's not a bad thing. You just need to know what you like. You need to like the old stuff to like this sucker. So there you go. Another mystery beer in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you didn't, anywhere in between, down there, words and stuff. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Untapped, Massive Beers, all 4 of those places. If you want to check me out on the social medias, Beer Massif. MASSIF.com for the YouTubes, not the YouTubes, sorry, the podcasts and the non-YouTubey stuff and brewer reviews and all that stuff, or go to your favorite podcasting app and find me there. And there you go. Another review down. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully enjoying a sweet gin barrel aged Edelberts right now, and hopefully see you next time. Cheers.